Yo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, dudes?
Welcome to the new meta, episode 2. I'm the ThaPChild.
I'm Lord
Sitting
Fluffy.
on my left is Lord Fluffy. How's everybody doing tonight? How you doing, Fluff? What's up?
Just got back from vacation.
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
Had
a good time?
Oh yeah, man. Insane.
Nice, dude.
It's always great when you get your friends to go with you because you get the trip like so much cheaper. And
Oh, really?
we had some
See a little
really baller
trip.
places. Yeah.
Nice, man.
I love travel, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I've been there. I went last summer. It was a good time. Had a great time there.
Yes.
So my day's going all right. I am ready to get this podcast going, man. It's been a long day for me. But I'm not going to get into that. We'll start with where the heck is our seasonal end dates, man?
I don't know,
That's-
dude. It's so weird.
Where's it at?
So weird.
We
But,
don't have it.
I mean, there could be a reason. We'll get into that later. I'm a little excited.
Yeah, maybe.
A little excited.
I mean, maybe. I expected it last Friday. Man, I was like, I would have bet money they were going to drop it last Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I think, I could be wrong, but I think that they've always dropped it on Fridays. I think they announce it on Fridays. I'm not 100%.
I don't
but
really remember, to be honest, because I'm always just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I expected it last Friday, but even if they drop it this Friday, that's still going to extend the season out to about a week over the norm, the average. So we already have an extended season.
Right.
So what's that mean, man? Tinfoil hat time? What do you think? Are they being lazy? Are they working on something?
I mean,
They need extra time for PTR? Like what?
there's one
What?
theory that, since, we're going to talk about that later. But the second theory would be that, okay,
Yeah.
maybe they keep pushing it off. Maybe we'll still get a PTR. Maybe we'll still get some juicy changes. It could happen.
Maybe. I mean, do you think something would have leaked? Something, a little,
Yeah.
I'm expecting, my expectations are gone at this point. I am expecting no balance changes, no new content. The lack of communication is also, like, they could have said, hey guys, season's going to be a couple weeks longer because we're doing something.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe that's too.
we talked about that last week. There's just no transparency at the
There's
old
nothing.
Blizzard. Yeah.
So it would be cool. I would love to see some balance changes, even if they're small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just like little tweaks on 6-piece bonuses and stuff. Keep
Yeah.
evening them out. It'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. So there's also a lot of talk. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit too. The 6 years of Diablo anniversary.
Yeah.
6.
Woo!
Been playing this game for 6 years.
Yeah, that's
man.
crazy.
Right? I know. It doesn't seem like that long ago. I still remember. This is probably one of the last games that I actually bought a physical copy of.
Wow.
Even though I think it came with a key anyways,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Did it actually have an install disc? I don't remember.
I
Probably did.
don't know.
I probably didn't use it.
I didn't buy the physical.
I have the physical box though. It's on my shelf.
Wow.
So
Old school.
this is probably one of the last games. Maybe StarCraft. Did StarCraft come out after Diablo? StarCraft 2?
I do not
Or
follow
was it
StarCraft.
2010? I don't know. Maybe StarCraft. But yeah, I still remember driving down to the store. I got it at EB, did my whole
Nice.
little thing. I didn't pre-order this game. I didn't pre-order this because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I was a hardcore World of Warcraft player.
It's crazy.
I ended up actually getting a second copy that I gave to my brother for buying the 1-year subscription to WoW. Then you got a Diablo key for free. And I'm like, I'm going to play WoW anyway, so I might as well do that and get the free copy, right? But a lot of my buddies were playing it, and like day one, they were like, you got to get this. So the day one, I drove down and bought it, installed it, and then couldn't play it. You remember that launch? You remember that launch 6 years ago?
I really don't.
It was brutal.
For me, like, you know, I was a big Diablo 2 player. And so it was so, like, it was so hyped up for me. I can't remember in the last decade a game that I was looking more forward to. And granted, than Diablo 3. And
wow.
I was also like a pro Halo player, and you'd think that, you know, like the next Halo would get me more hyped, but you know, it was honestly Diablo 3 that was like I was the most hyped for in the last decade for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't. Not much hype at all for me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then everybody said it was good, so. Prior to, I already assumed I was going to buy it because, you know, my friends were talking about it so much, and it was really big in the World of Warcraft community because it was a Blizzard game. Any Blizzard game gets hyped up on other Blizzard games. So I definitely remember researching what class to play and watching beta videos or, you know, alpha. I don't even remember, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember researching classes, and then I narrowed it down to Barb. I'm like, there was a Leap Quake Barb that was like jumping over bridges, like jumping over terrain and smashing things. And I'm like,
just Leap back then. Just Leap.
Yeah, was it just Leap? Yeah, no Quake?
Leap. Yeah, no Quake.
No Quake. But it looked awesome. And so that's what I ended up buying the game and playing, at least for a little bit.
For beta, I maxed out each class. I knew exactly what I was going to do when I started out. I was going to go Barb all the way.
Barb all the way?
Yeah.
I actually regretted my decision not too long after it because we got to Belial in Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he face stomped me into the ground.
What?
Yeah, face stomped me in the ground, man.
Frenzy? You didn't put Frenzy up dead?
Man, I'm telling you, I couldn't kill him until I ended up having to get a life per hit yellow sword off the auction house. The real money auction house. So listen, this is how bad it was. This was like, you know, I had never played. I played Diablo 2 for like 2 days, so I'd never really played any action RPG.
Sure.
And I go through the game, and I get to Belial, and he's face planting me, and then my friend is on a monk who's worse than me. But I guess monks had natural life per hit back then, or regen. I don't know. Somehow he could stay alive, even though I couldn't. So he helped me kill Belial.
Carried.
Yeah, and then I remember farming the Pots and Skeleton Kings level to get gold to buy shit off the real money auction house.
Yep.
That was the end game, guys.
I remember getting Inferno, to knock out barrels because they could drop decent stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I definitely farmed barrels for hours and hours and hours of my life.
That was great. So, it's great content.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That real money auction house was the end game. But it didn't take too long. Before vanilla ended, I was max Paragon, which I think was 300 back then. I believe it's been a while. A long time. And then I had almost a full Immortal King set. I was pretty baller, man.
What?
IK, yep. So I was the one doing all the carrying for the buddies. But
nice.
Yeah, man, 6 years ago, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. I remember, so like the real money auction house just like ate away at me. Like I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
And I eventually I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this. Like I quit. I'm done with Diablo. And then like literally 2 weeks after I quit, they're like, guess what? We're getting rid of the real money auction house. We're getting rid of the auction house altogether. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming back.
Yeah, so I made a lot of money on the real money auction house. A lot's relative, but for a video game, I made a lot of money on the real money auction house. And it became not a game at that point. It became like this. It was an obsession to make not a lot of money, but it was an like, I don't know how to explain that, because I could have got a job and made way more money than I made playing the game, but it was fun for some reason. That was the game. The game was to make money on the real money auction house.
Right.
And I'm really glad they removed it. It was very cancerous for the game. It was so. But yeah, when I heard the announcement, I was kind of the same. I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad they're removing it. It needed to go
for sure.
So, yep. So you talked about Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about the Diablo 2 remaster.
For sure.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I don't remember it. I remember a little bit what Diablo looks like, and I remember killing him.
Wow.
Is it if all they did was a graphical update to the game? That's it. Mm-hmm. Is it good? Is it going to hold up?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It would hold up to Diablo 3. Would it be better than Diablo 3?
I think it would be better than Diablo 3. Yeah.
Mechanically, it's the exact same. It's just new paint.
I mean, like the movement. You can't have like the little pixel by pixel movement that you had in Diablo 2, and they would probably. And that's the kind of the other controversial thing is like, would they just give it some more pixels, or would they like update it a little bit? My hope is that they would kind of update it a bit.
I would think they would reskin it. I would think that they would either rebuild the engine to keep core mechanics very similar.
Right, and they'd have to. But
I would think they would just reskin it. You know, like, okay, we're going to put high-res textures for everything.
Right. But apparently they can't do that. Same game. Because, like, David Brevik came out and said, we can't just reskin this because it's 480p or whatever, and there's something where like they couldn't just basically throw a new skin on it. They would be like a lot more.
They'd have to rebuild it from scratch.
Yeah, and then even he said, you know what? Like looking back, in Diablo 2, the stamina bar was pretty stupid. So like even the creator of the game's like, yeah, that was really dumb. So I'm curious if that would be something that, if they were to alter it at all, if they would actually take that out, because I did hate that.
I don't even know what that does. Like I said, I don't remember the game.
So like basically like you'd walk around faster if you had stamina, and it would drain, and you would just kind of walk instead.
And then you stand still and you go slow, and it builds back up.
Yeah.
How long did it take to build the full bar back up?
5 seconds? I don't remember.
Okay, so it wasn't.
And you could get stamina potions, but it would take up a slot of your potion bar, which you kind of needed for other stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. So what about multiplayer? I know it had multiplayer because that's what ruined it for me personally. I fired the game up and I went online by the inn, right at the main hub. Some dude rolls up and just drops all this shit on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was like amazing super baller, I destroyed the game, one shot everything, and
that sucks. Yeah, I didn't even play online until like way later, like 2-3 years after I eventually got it. It was like all solo play for me. So maybe that's...
Yeah, I'd be interested. If they remastered it and they came out with it, I would... no doubts I would play it at least one playthrough, just because I don't remember.
I think you do more than that. The game's pretty dope.
But if it was pretty dope, then I would do it. They'd have to have multiplayer, though.
It does. It does. It did back then. Yeah, it still does now.
Have to polish that up. They'd have to put a little effort into that. And if it was at least Diablo 3 or better, then sure. Couldn't you have bigger parties in Diablo 2? Wasn't it 6 or 8 or something?
I think it was still 4. But I don't know.
Was it? Yeah.
I'm solo rat in that game, just like I am now.
That's one of my biggest wish list items for D4 is a bigger multiplayer. I want 6 or 8 people on a team.
Really?
So yeah. So I want more things to kill. I would also like to zoom out just a little bit more.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are talking about it, and I'm a little conflicted because unless they hired a whole new team to build this game, I feel like they're taking resources away from 2 things that could be better than Diablo 2, Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Those same resources put in Diablo 3, maybe we could get patch changes.
Sure.
Maybe we could get Diablo 4 faster.
I honestly, I kind of feel like Diablo 2 is remastered is inevitable, regardless of what they're doing. I mean, people seem to think, well, are we going to get it? Are we not going to get it? I think it's a sure thing, honestly. It's one of the most popular games of all time. It'd be monetary wise a bad business decision not to do it.
They got to drop it at the right time too, though. If they know that D4 is coming down the pipeline, does it make sense to drop it right now?
And that totally makes sense. Like right now would be the best time ever. So let's just say,
build up some hype.
Yeah, E3 we get Diablo 4 announcement. I think it would just be an announcement. Like, it would have to be just an announcement, and like, Diablo 4 is not coming till like 2020, honestly. And then they could say like, okay, but we're gonna have D2 remastered, next year. And I think that would kind of be like the perfect thing, or it's like they could say like D3 is gonna get Druid or something like that. And then next year, D2 Remastered comes out and kind of takes over. Because I think, honestly, I still think probably if D2 Remastered came out, it would kill Diablo 3. And
you think it'd be done?
Yeah. And then...
Yeah. I don't think it takes a lot to kill Diablo 3.
Sure.
I love the game. I do. But I don't think we're getting Druid. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think... I don't see how it couldn't have leaked. That's the reasoning. Is you hear about these things, like websites like Kotaku or however you say it. They find out these things. There's always somebody that leaks it, and
sure.
The little developer hints that they had. I don't know.
There's so many. The speculation videos alone, there's like over 1,000 of them.
Yeah,
it's
and it's like because of one little thing. There's like, oh, the Druids are coming, and I'm like, somebody would have leaked it.
Sure.
Somebody would leak something,
yeah.
And they're gonna bait. Like, we knew about Necro 8 months before it came out, maybe a year, a long time.
Yeah.
So even if they told us, let's say they tell us next week. Yeah. We still got a year. It's going to be 19 before the Druid comes out.
Right.
Even if they rush it in 6 months, it's still almost 19, before we get it.
Right.
I just don't think we are. I want it.
Sure.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
I really want it. But
yeah, more classes, great. But yeah, who knows? No transparency, so we still don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't even know the season end date.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe. Let's talk about leaderboards. Since we're talking about seasons a little bit, let's talk about leaderboards.
Sure. So, who do you think is the highest on the leaderboard right now, class-wise? NA, of course.
Yeah, of course, NA. I'm going to say Crusader. I think Crusader is still the most powerful. Followed up, I bet Necro's neck and neck. Ranking wise is probably Crusader, Necro. Just because of the 4-man meta, I'm going to say that Wizard is probably pretty high this season as well. That's my top 3. That's my guesses. And okay. I see you have it pulled up. I can't quite see it.
Sure. So actually, read it currently, and Necro or Crusader. Wait, I actually don't remember. I think Crusader did finish higher, and then they did that last-minute ban wave, and then Necro took over.
Got him. Yeah.
What was? I'm looking at season total right now. No, Crusader won by a lot. Yeah. But currently on season 13, Necro is the highest by 2 GRs. Nice. Yeah, 122. 122.
I wonder. I wonder if the bot ban wave and the bots not starting at the beginning of the season influenced that heavily,
right?
Or not the Crusaders, because Crusader is one of the easier classes to.
Oh my! It's the easiest. Yeah,
it's the easiest.
If you're botting Crusader,
I think that's why Crusader ends up pushing so high. What's in the third spot? What do we have?
The third spot would be. You were correct. It would be the Wiz.
Wizard is holding it down
with the Firebird Meteor.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
Okay, so a follow-up question: if I were to ask you, who of all the classes in the top 25 has the most build diversity?
Diversity being more sets represented.
Yes, exactly. More builds. Not necessarily more sets. More builds.
More builds. Okay. I would think. All right, so let's think about this. Crusader is all going to be Condemn. That's pretty much it. I mean, there are some variants of Condemn. There's the Convention build. There's the Unity build.
Yep.
That's really it. I can't imagine anything else.
Right, and that is kind of nice. Or at least, it is all Condemn, and you are totally right. Like the top 25 are all Condemn, but at least I saw 3 different variations of Condemn, which is
there's some skill changes.
Yeah.
And I've been playing a Crusader the last couple weeks, and I love Crusader. It's one of my favorite classes. and I didn't roll one this season until about 2 months into it. I was like, okay, I need something fresh in my life.
Sure.
So I rolled the Crusader, and I've been using the Unity build, and just because I don't have the itemized gear to use the convention build, and I love it, man. It feels so good. It's such a fun build to play.
Yeah.
So Crusader really only has Condemn.
Yep.
I'm going to say Wizard probably in the top 25, you said?
Yep, top 25.
I don't know if a Tau Rashas could push top 25. So Wizards probably got probably 2 different builds. There's probably 2 variants of Firebirds. Mm-hmm. Witch Doctor's probably got a couple Fire Bats for sure, and then Gargantuan for sure. I'm going to go with Barb. I think Barb's going to have Immortal King's Hada. It's going to have the Rakor. It's going to have Whirlwind. I don't think anybody could push Leapquake that high, but maybe. Doubt it.
Right.
What's the answer? What do we got?
You would be correct. Currently this season, Barb has 4 in the top 5.
4. Oh, nice, man. What's the 4th build? What did I miss?
So rank 1 was R6 Hoda. That
okay.
Really strong build. Rank 4 is Charge Barb.
Okay. Nice.
Rank 6, I couldn't believe it. Whirlwind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That guy's dedicated.
That's seasoned too. That's crazy.
Dedication. Yeah. That is dedication.
And then you go down all the way to rank 20 and you get yourself an IK Hoda.
Nice. Yeah, IK Hoda is what I play. It's fun. It's a fun build to play. What clear was that? What rift level? Was that 20?
Rank 20. It's 110.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough. I didn't play my Barb a lot this season. Yeah. But I got mine, like, to do a 100 on the Barb was like the equivalent of doing like a 106 on my Wizard. I mean, it was such a difference with the Immortal King's Hada or Hoda build than power wise. So they've definitely put in some work to get that. But yeah, it's interesting though. So what about Monk? Do you have any numbers on Monk, or what are they?
Take a shot. Just take a guess. Take a stat.
Okay, so Monk's gonna have, you're gonna have Wave of Light, and then you're gonna have more Wave of Light, and more Wave of Light.
that would be completely accurate. All top 25 Wave of Light. Their highest at 117.
117 Wave of Light.
Yeah.
What I'm surprised. So a couple seasons back, didn't they have a generator build that was able to push decent?
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's getting like 117s.
Yeah, it's pre-261, so I don't think anything really was hitting that high.
They didn't get anything
besides Necro.
Well, Monk is something I haven't played in a long time, and it'll probably be a class I visit next season if we don't get balance patch updates. A dream for me would be that they make Exploding Palm good again. Exploding so much fun to me. Watching that chain reaction of explosions go up an entire hallway is just it felt good.
Yeah,
it felt good.
I was always a fan of Juliana. I was not a fan of how like it was like the pushing on Juliana was kind of bugged. Like you could like zone and snapshot stuff and Mythic Rhythm.
I'm not a big snapshot fan in general because it makes you feel like you can only cast abilities when all these things line up. And it becomes more ability watching than actually playing the game.
Right.
But Exploding Palm, I think there were some cool things they could have done with it. But once you get that first detonation and then you just see the whole room explode, it's rewarding. It feels good. So.
All right. So what about Demon Hunter? How many different builds? Top 25.
Demon Hunter is actually, I'm surprised I didn't think about this, but Demon Hunter could probably have the Natalia's Marauders hybrid. It could have the Impale. It could have multi-shot. There's 3.
And rank 1 last season is not one you've guessed so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Straight Natalia's? No. I can't imagine straight Natalia's got that high. That's garbage. I love Natalia's. That's one of my favorite sets in the game, but it's hot garbage right now.
Yeah.
Marauders itself isn't that powerful. Was it
Marauders 6,
straight up Marauders, huh?
Yeah, so currently 115 is N6 M4. Rank 2 is multi-shot.
Okay.
And then it goes multi-shot for a while. Rank 7 is Shadow Impale.
N6, M4 is the Natalia's Marauders, for those of you listening who don't know what that means.
And then none in the top 25 so far for Marauder, but last season, season 12, was Marauder 6, 115.
Interesting. I wonder how many more were represented, or if that guy was just beast in Marauders and he's a one-off.
I mean, 4K, very hot. So
it makes you kind of wonder, but oh man. See, there we go. That goes back to my transparency thing. Instantly, your mindset goes, instead of like, you're an amazing player.
Right. Yeah.
That goes, did you cheat? And I hate that. I absolutely hate that we feel that way.
Right.
But you do.
Yeah.
So.
I assume innocence, but if I look at hours played, and again, it's like over 20 every day, then of course you're not doing
the
that.
hours is my telltale.
Right.
Like 22 hours a day. Like, come on, dude. I've run on 2 hours sleep. You can't do it.
Right.
You can't.
Necro, what do you think? Top 25?
Pestilence.
Yeah, it's all there is.
All Pestilence.
Stupid.
That's
So
I mean, you're stupid if you don't play Pestilence because it's so powerful.
I hate it. I hate it.
Huh.
It's the worst.
I main Necro last season.
Sure.
And I hated Pestilence at first. I was like, I'm not going to push on it. This is garbage. I hate it. I'm not doing it. I played Rathma, did rat runs, did some solo Rathma builds. And then I was like, I can't, you just can't. You can't push on a Rathma build and be competitive. So I was like, all right, let me try Pestilence. And then once I got my cooldown above 50%, it started feeling a lot better. So the very first time I tried to push, I was at like 46%, 42%. And you're just waiting for cooldowns forever.
I think, honestly, it's not that hard to play. I think, especially once you get into it, and it can be pretty tanky, since like your whole goal is to like stay away from everything. But I hate normal push builds, like at least the good ones, like you're fishing for density, you're fishing for the right mob types, you're fishing for the right, whatever, right map layout. But Necro, you take it like that much further. You have to fish the right like elite types. You have to fish the perfect RG, which I know a lot of them do too. But it's just like it's so much more fishing.
Seems less sensitive to me on Pestilence than any other class I've played. I felt like Crusader. If you play a Crusader, you have to have like one of 3 Rift Guardians, and then you go to a Necro and you're like, oh, I can one-shot everything for the most part. It feels good. But I 100% agree. You can't fight Illusionists. You can't fight Shield. You can't fight Juggernaut.
You can't fight Blues unless they're help linked.
Like you can't fight any of those 3. As soon as you see them, you're like, I'm out of here.
Please.
You need no density on the rift. Like lower density rifts are very helpful.
You have to have something around the pack that has really low life at the higher GRs to like kill to get the circle.
To get the circle. Yeah,
which is so annoying.
But it goes double hand. So like when you're in my opinion, like the Pestilence Necro and the Condemned Crusader are complete opposite spectrums. Pestilence Necro is farm the rift, kill the elites. The Condemned Crusader is skip the elites, kill all the trash. And so on the opposite spectrums, it seems like when I'm on my Condemned Crusader, I always have no density rifts. And when I'm always on my Pestilence Necro, I have high density rifts. And it legitimately makes me wonder if they code rift types to classes or to sets. It feels so strong that way. And maybe it's just because mentally you're like, I need this density. Where is it at? I don't know. But it really feels that way.
Right.
So.
But yeah.
Did we cover them all? What are we missing?
Wizard is...
Well, before we switch off Necro, let me ask you a question, since you're the Necro expert.
Yeah, of course.
Inarius.
The face of Necro.
Would you love to see Inarius buffed? Would
yes.
You like to see a top tier?
Have you seen, okay, so there's a poison... I made a poison side push build on PTR. Fantastic to play. And if they just added 2...
Wait, PTR?
Yeah, PTR on season 11 with 261.
Oh, don't talk that crazy PTR nonsense.
I know, I'm sorry. On PTR when it was a thing. Poison side push build. It's really, really an interesting play style if they made 2 small changes. One, They added a bracer that gave you the contamination rune on the mages for free.
Okay.
So you could dump all of your essence, and it would be a poison skill, and you could, you could combine singularity with the contamination rune. So you'd have this sweet, in place mage pet. And with the poison size push build, you're like you're a melee build, so you don't like want to gather up a whole bunch of density and you want to start scything away like crazy.
Right.
And if you could control where your mages popped, like you'd have, for the first time in Diablo 3, you'd have officially the first melee pet build in the game, which would be really, really cool. Plus, I mean, contamination, the mages, they look amazing. They're really cool. So if you just buffed an ice a little bit, you added that little bracer, you're pretty much, I mean, you could have a pretty sweet build, I think. And it would be very unique.
How many garbage bracers do we have that you could just throw that on?
Well, for Necros, all we have is NEMs. Like, that's literally all we have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about, I don't know class-specific Necro bracers that are running around out there.
Right.
But there's so many worthless items. Like, copy-paste one, put a new name on it. Boom. Easy peasy. Done. Easy peasy. Yeah. All right, what was our last class? What did we not hit?
We didn't, let's see. Witch Doctor and Wizard, I think. We both of them.
I think, yeah. So Wizard had,
the rank 1 was Firebird Meteor. You go all the way down to rank 19. I thought this was interesting. You have a Tal Meteor.
Okay.
And then rank 22.
Tal Meteor is what I play. What clear was that? 19?
19 was 114.
Yeah, that's a hell of a clear for a Tal Rasha Wizard.
Rank 22 is actually Frozen Orb, Fear.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I played that too. I have some community members that love that Frozen Orb build.
Yeah.
It plays a lot like a multi-shot Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a glass cannon. It's like avoid all damage, stay at range, and blow stuff up. So if you're a glass cannon fan, that's your build.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then Witch Doctor has 3 in the top, which I was actually surprised. I mean, I haven't really followed Witch Doctor like ever because I don't like Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
But rank 1 is Helltooth Guard.
Okay.
Which I didn't really expect.
Helltooth Gargantuan, really. That's an old build. That build's been out for a long, long time.
I know it's like they're only, for as far as solo speed goes, like that's really their only one that can.
Unless they've changed. I haven't played that recently, but it used to play like you get your pets out and then you run around and try to stay alive while your pets kill things.
Right.
So.
And then rank 2 was Arakir Fire Bats.
Okay. That's very similar to the 4-man meta that includes Fire Bats, Witch Doctor.
And then
very slow.
Jade, all the way down to rank 15.
I've never played Jade much. I don't know. A lot of people say they like it. I don't know.
I've never been a big fan. I'm actually usually really, really like dots, but Jade just never really clicked for me. But I hate Witch Doctors. Want to be Necros?
He said it. I'm probably going to main a Witch Doctor next season.
We'll see. You said that.
No patch notes. No patch notes, then it's going to be a Witch Doctor. If we get some patch notes, then I don't know. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
So I don't know. Up in the air. All right. We got. Let's talk about worthless stats for a second, since we're talking about those bracers.
Yeah. So many bad stats.
You're talking about those necro bracers.
Yeah, let's show screens here.
I don't even like. What could they do? So we're talking about worthless stats, meaning like life regen. To me, is a worthless
and it
stat.
depends on the slot you're talking about. Like,
it doesn't like life regen on any slot is worthless.
Sure,
I don't care. I don't care what item you put it on.
There was like once upon a time, there was like a support monk that like he could get more regen for the group based on how much regen he had, which I guess is an okay idea, but like no one does it, so just take it off.
Right.
Just take it out of the game. It's ridiculous.
So what else do we got? Life regen is pretty worthless.
Life
per hit, although it used to be good in vanilla.
Right.
It's garbage now.
Right.
I guess IK Hada Barbs use life per hit a little bit.
Why do you say Hada? Hoda.
Hada.
But weapons, honestly, this is probably the most infuriating thing in the game. Weapons with their bleed chance. What?
Yeah.
Why? Are you kidding?
Yeah. If you guys are listening, you can't see. He's pulled up some weapons that have bleed on them.
It's an actual chance.
Scythe of the Cycle has bleed
Anything.
chance.
No, any weapon has a chance to roll bleed.
Yeah.
39% chance to inflict bleed, 400% weapon damage over 5 seconds. Are you kidding?
There is one build that uses that. Isn't there a 4-man meta that used from previous seasons that used the Witch Doctor?
No.
That used I think so.
Maybe. Stupid. Maybe. Get it out of here. And then also on the weapons, the elite damage, 8%? 8%? Really? The 8% bonus damage to elites, are we great with that being in the game? Because if you think about it, like what they're really doing is they're numbing down how good ancients and primals can be, because they have these just awful stats in the game. It's
artificial RNG,
right?
Yeah, they're trying to make you just have to farm. Even this kind of goes back to the whole topic that we talked about a little bit last week, but with the feeling of getting a primal and having it be awesome, or being excited when you get a primal. Anytime you get a primal, you should have this feeling of, hell yeah, I just got a primal. Even if it's a bad primal, it should be, hell yeah, I got a primal. And if you could disenchant your primals into primal dust,
right?
Use that primal dust to ensure your rerolled primal stays primal. At least if you got a primal that was shitty,
sure,
you're still happy you got a primal.
Now, I would take it a step further. So I like that. I mean, I like the idea of having like primal dust and you could reforge your primal. It's great. But I would take it a step further. So say we had this beautiful patch where they put me in charge of Diablo and I delete all these terrible stats they have in the game. So now when you get an ancient item, when you get an item period, you're like 90% more likely to get good stats on it. 90% is an exaggeration, but you're going to get, on average, way better items. So ideally, they could reduce item dropping altogether, so that when you do get those sweet drops.
Would that take us back to D1 though? It wasn't. Well, the theory in D1 was to give you shitty items and never give you legendaries. But if you reduce the drop chance, I see what you're saying, and I'm a little conflicted. Getting the legendaries on the ground, picking them up off the ground, has value to a gamer. Let's say that we're not streamers and you're a filthy casual.
Sure.
Okay? And you play 3 hours a week, right? Is that filthy casual?
That's
3 hours a week.
Bottom of the barrel, filthy casual, yeah.
Right. Filthy casual. It would be cool for a filthy casual to play the game and get 5 to 10 legendaries. Cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it was 3 instead of 5 to 10, and 3 are going to be good, I would much rather have the 3. And so then again, when you see that sweet beam come from the sky, you're excited.
When you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it was in vanilla. Like, I don't care if you got a nail biter in vanilla, you were fucking excited. You're like, oh shit. The first primal that I got was a nail biter, by the way. Or not primal, ancient or legendary. The first legendary item I got was a nail biter, and I was like level 45, 50-ish, and I saw it drop, and I'm like, what color is that? That's not normal. It's not yellow. It's not blue. And I was excited, and I put it on, and it was way better than what I had, and I used it. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But if you got rid of the stats, so your theory is get rid of the shitty stats.
Yep.
Lower the drop rates.
Yep.
And then anytime something drops, it will at least be an item that you can use.
Sure. And at least this way, like, you see, like, okay, green gloves drop, and like you've taken away like life per hit, life per second, armor, all resists, and like there's so many good stat rolls on gloves. Like, you know, you're gonna have that much more of a chance to have good gloves.
Right.
So it's more exciting to see that green glove drop than it is now, where you're like, this is never gonna be good. This is gonna be terrible.
Right. Oh, it's my 50th pair of, Tarasha's gloves. This is gonna be shit like usual. I agree with that, because I say that now on, like my thing. The item is a Frighter's Wrath shield. The Crusader shield for Condemned
might be one of the hardest items to roll in the game.
Fucking luck.
Yep.
Getting one.
Yep.
that is even decent.
Right.
Like, you know. So yeah, I agree. Take some of those shitty stats away.
Yeah, and even on like stuff like that. So the condemned shield, like it can roll all of those skills, but why? Like you could just have it roll condemned damage because it's all you're gonna fucking use it for. Like what? Why is it rolling shield bash? Like it's no, just there could be so much smarter about like stats in this game, and it's just
we could bitch about useless stats forever.
Yeah.
I actually like this topic. We might have to revisit this.
Yeah,
but we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do. I'll put my list away.
We got some stuff. We can revisit that one though. I like that one. Okay. There was, I don't know how true this is. I don't know. I can't find confirmation, but there is an E3 leak that's flying around the interwebs.
Juicy.
It's ridiculously juicy.
It's probably just some nerd's list of demands or wants.
I would agree. It's got to. It's got to be.
But if it's true, woo!
But if it's true, let's just. All right, I have the list pulled up.
Sure.
And I'm going to read off some of the titles they're saying. So they're saying Electronic Arts is going to start with Battlefield 1945. I don't care about that either.
Nobody cares.
Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Maybe. Means. I'm a Star Wars fan. Maybe. I don't know anything about it.
Sure.
Madden. Like, I play Madden. So, you know. Dragon Age. Not really my thing. It's a good franchise, though.
Sure.
Anthem. Fuck. Yes.
Anthem's that shooter, that like third person.
Anthem. If you guys don't know about Anthem, look up Anthem. It's a third person. Oh man, I don't even know how to describe it. Open world, looter shooter. Yeah, maybe
Destiny.
MMO shared world. I don't know. It looks good. Check it out. It's like it's kind of its own little space right now.
Sure.
But it looks really good. The thing that scares me on that is it says the presentation is featuring Snoop Dogg and Zac Efron. That's horrible. I hope that's not true, but I really do. Like, you know, I mean,
Snoop has streamed before, so I mean, he's a gamer.
Has he? Snoop a game?
Yeah.
What did he stream?
I don't even know. I didn't watch it.
Some shit.
He's just like high the whole time.
Yeah. All right. So then we go to Microsoft and
yeah.
Nobody cares about Microsoft, but we got Xbox One X stuff, which is it's already out. I don't really.
I think someone said something the other day that Xbox has had more consoles released than exclusive titles.
Yeah. Like we can have that. Like this podcast could go for hours, hours and hours. Yeah. Sony is kicking their ass in exclusives, but we'll save that for. Yeah. Gears of War 5. Never played a Gears of War game. I've heard they're good, but I don't know. The big one, Halo 6. What? Is anybody here like Halo 6? Nobody gives a shit about
Halo, right? 6. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. I've talked I could 343's in here. They got to be in here. There's so much they could do with Halo. Like so Battle Royale's kicking off. Destiny PvE is super popular. And they've got both of those built into the Halo franchise. Like, people would love to play the PvE campaign, like, build it just like Destiny.
Destiny PvE.
But it would be. You could totally build it out to be that way.
If they did it, right. If they built it out.
Right. And then same thing, like, Halo's got this thing. It's built in. It's called ODST Troopers.
Yeah.
And that's what a Battle Royale game is, that they drop people in, and they all fight each other. It's already built into the lore for the lore nerds out there. So it's like,
Halo 6 could be massive.
But it's not.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little excited. So what studio is making it? That's the question.
343.
Is it still 343? Yeah. Has 343 made a Halo that's better than Bungie's Halos?
Yes. Halo 5, I think, was it's very controversial, but Halo 5 is the best Halo since...
Okay.
God damn.
Okay. Your opinion's invalidated. Yeah. So,
but yeah, Halo 6 is just gonna be. They're gonna come out to their fucking campaign. It's gonna be, the arena, and no one's gonna like it because it's too hard, too much of a skill gap, and it's just gonna die after 6 months. But continue.
All right, Halo 6 has me excited though. That'd be a fun game to play. Rock Band 4, I don't care. I mean, they're fun, but I don't care. Destiny 2 is my game. I love Destiny 2. It's one of my favorite franchises aside from Diablo. So they got a expansion coming out with that. That would be awesome to see.
Didn't they just come out with one?
They did. Yeah. But I like I said, the validity of this list, this is probably some cyber nerds wet dream, you know. One Punch Man, don't care. Sea of Thieves, don't really care. Crackdown, don't care. Red Dead Redemption 2 is like Cowboy GTA. That looks awesome to me. I would definitely be interested in that game. And then more Xbox One stuff. We're getting to the good stuff, guys. We're almost there.
Yeah.
They got Bethesda is doing some stuff. Bethesda makes like Elder Scrolls and Quake, Fallout, Rage. Like I don't care about any of that stuff. Square Enix is the best RPG maker of all time. Kingdom Hearts 3 would be awesome. Final Fantasy 7 remake, I'm dying for. That's going to be awesome. Are you a Final Fantasy player? You played any?
You know, 7. I mean, I grew up in that age.
So
oh my god, I wasted an entire 8th grade summer on Final Fantasy 7, getting like Knights of the Round mastered on every character and stupid.
So, are you hype about the remake on 7? Are you going to play it?
I'll play it. Yeah. The stupid thing is that I don't even own a PS4. I hate to buy it just for one stupid game, but if I was going to do it for one game, it would be that one.
Yeah. I'm excited for that, for Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. And then the rest of it, Avengers Age of Reckoning, like that's probably going to suck, but they're making an Avenger game apparently. Everything else on the Square Enix list I don't care about. Final Fantasy 7 is going to be hype though. Ubisoft has Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. Don't care about that. Division 2, kind of excited about that. I've been playing Division 1 a little bit. It's a fun game. I like it. It's looter, shooter, grinder like Diablo a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna jump down to just the good stuff. Let's just get to the good stuff. They are saying that Diablo 4 is going to be dropped.
Yeah.
Diablo 4, guys, is on this list.
What's the title?
The title is Rapture.
Diablo 4. Rapture. I thought it was going to be Rise of the Fluff, but Rapture would be fine.
Diablo 4. I don't know. Like, oh, man. All right, so E3 is supposed to happen on June 9th or something like that,
it's
right?
Like 10 through 13 or something.
Yeah, so early June.
Yeah.
So we're talking next month, guys.
Yep.
Next month. Potentially delaying season. Diablo 4 drop. They're not going to delay the season a whole month. There's no way. There's no.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The name in itself, it's fitting,
right?
Kind of. You know. It's a reveal trailer. It could just be a D and a 4. I'd be happy with that.
Right.
I wouldn't care. They're also saying that they're going to make World of Warcraft on PlayStation, which that really goes to invalidate this list, in my opinion.
Really think so?
Because I think there's Diablo, or like World of Warcraft would not work on a PlayStation. I don't see how you could do it on a PlayStation.
They continually dumb down World of Warcraft. Like it's gonna be to the point where there's 6 skills on the hotbar eventually. Maybe not this expansion, but the one after that.
Maybe. I don't know, dude. It even says gameplay demo. So if this is legit, then we will get World of Warcraft on PlayStation, and we're going to get Diablo 4.
You can plug a keyboard into PlayStation, though.
But they couldn't produce a game that way. The game would have to play on stock equipment.
Right.
So unless they sold the keyboard with it. No digital sales, that wouldn't work either. Yeah. You know, they don't do that anymore. You can't do that. I don't know. And then the only other game on the list that's exciting to me is Borderlands 3. Have you played any Borderlands series?
I don't, but I honestly, like, as far as games that are talked about in my stream, like Borderlands, I've never even played it once, but people love Borderlands for some reason.
I played Borderlands 2. I played 1 a little bit, and I played all the way through 2. 2 was a great game. It was awesome. I loved it. So I'm kind of excited about Borderlands 3. I think that'll be fun.
Right.
But yeah, so if the season gets extended, in less than a month, we're going to have E3. Let's say they push us off. They push us. So let's do a little calendar math here.
Sure.
If I pull up this E3 stuff, that starts 4 weeks from now. So if they announce the season cutoff next Friday, the 25th, 2 weeks after, they would have that announcement to drop.
What?
Right before the start of season 14.
Sounds juicy.
I don't know. Tinfoil hats, guys. I don't know. Maybe. So
that would be dope.
It's probably all garbage, but
what? Okay, let's say it's D4. Can we just like real quick? What classes do you think would make it over? Would make the cut?
Well, none, right?
What?
Yeah, axe them all, dude.
What? No. What?
If you're giving me a new game, I want new everything. What? Everything. I don't want Barb. I don't want Crusader. The only class that could maybe, in my mind, make that transfer is Necro. That's it.
Oh, just, as long as we have the one, then yeah, I'm fine with that.
Maybe Necro, right?
I mean, to me, there's a few staples to me. Well, I think Witch Doctor gets cut. This is kind of like this wannabe Necro to begin with. I think DH probably gets cut. It's like too much of a weird hybrid. But I think Barb is a staple. I think Wizard is a staple. Or is it
Warrior? You know what I mean?
I think it's Barb. It's gonna stay Barb for sure.
Are Barbs are like in D2? Did they have Warriors or Barbs?
It's Barb.
In D1, was it Warrior or Barb?
I've never played D1. I think it was Warrior.
I don't know.
I
think it was too. I think Barb. I don't think it's always been Barb. I think they've switched the name. I would like to see new everything personally. I mean, think about when you're playing a game. Like we're playing a new game, we want new things.
Sure.
Like why do you want the same thing in a new title? There could be similarities. You could give me a Warrior that's close to a Barb, but I want it to be different. I want it to be a Warrior is going to use armor and things like that, where a Barbarian's like raw strength, power, smash you. And a Warrior is like, a little more skill based,
I mean, they don't have to like, so Necro makes it. It's not going to be like, Necro 2 or Necro from Diablo 2, Necro from Diablo 3, totally different things. They had some nostalgia in the skills that they chose, but it's a totally different class. So it's like, so we have Necro in Diablo 4, but it's not going to be anything like what we've had. They might have some, nostalgia.
Good with the types. Like the general types, like Necro type, Barbarian type, Wizard type. Those four fundamental classes. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could throw your arrow range shooter. If you want to have
Ranger,
a gunslinger,
something,
hunter,
right.
whatever is in there. But I would like to see. I don't want to see anything carry over. I don't want to see leap. I don't want to see. I want to see new stuff, man.
Sure.
It would be impossible not to carry things over. There's not that many ideas. Otherwise, they would have already used them.
Yeah.
You're going to have leap. You're going to have charge. You're going to have...
But there's also some excitement. So say they have leap. And right? There's some excitement, inherent excitement. So it's a new engine. It's going to feel new. It's going to feel fresh. It might be the leap that we've always seen, but it's not really going to feel...
Or they can retool it. They can make it, different mechanically.
Sure.
It's going to... I don't know. There's so many things that they could do with it. But yeah, I would say, in my opinion, the least amount of things they bring over, the better the game will be. So I don't know if it'll be better, but it'll be newer. It'll be more fun. So how about you? What do you want to carry over?
I mean, I wouldn't mind them, throwing in some skills here and there, just like they did kind of with the Necro remake since Diablo 2. Like, not everything carried over, but some stuff, some staples carried over. I'm fine with that. As far as systems go, please bring nothing over.
Yeah. Can we, all right. Man, this podcast could go for the rest of my life.
I really could.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We should already have moved on from this subject, but I want to say, because this is a problem with every game I've ever played, and I hear Monster Hunter tackled this very well, but I haven't played Monster Hunter. I will when it comes out on PC. The vault. Can we get some storage, some stash space? Why are there limitations that are so restrictive on vault and storage space? Is there some kind of psychological thing that it does to a gamer to make him want to play the game more if he can't save these items? I don't understand it.
It's gotta have something to do with store. I have no idea, but that would
Like,
be
I
my
don't
guess.
understand. It's 2018. How in the hell?
Right. We need better
Are
compression
there-
algorithms.
How are there limitations on items you can store in the game?
I don't know. Really
If I
don't know.
collect it, I want it for life. If I
But
destroy it, let me get it back.
That falls into like, let's hope and dream that, say there was D4, that they've learned that how much money could be made from a microtransaction system in this stupid franchise. Are you kidding me? People love cosmetics in Diablo.
But see, we don't want that shit, man. It's in every game now.
Yeah,
Fucking loot
because it
boxes.
works.
No,
I'm not saying like
I
pay
don't-
to win stuff. No.
If they put a loot box in D4, I swear, I'll still play it, but I'll be pissed.
Cosmetics, stash space stuff that's
No,
like,
but
it's not pay to win.
I hate pay to win. I hate pay to cosmetic too, because if you're
I have
on a
no
free to
problem
play
with
game, I'm okay with it. Like Fortnite, totally cool.
So, how is
But on a
Diablo generating
$60
revenue?
AAA title, huh?
How's Diablo generating revenue though? If like we can't
Off game sales.
No,
Well, that's kind of
that's
one of
an
my
outdated
questions.
system.
One of the questions I've been thinking about are, all right, on our Twitter questions, somebody even asked that question. Chill Magician said, would you pay a subscription fee to get consistent Diablo content updates? How much? 5, 10, 15?
Absolutely, I
That was
paid
the question we got.
15, no problem.
You pay 15 a month
If we
for
got
Diablo?
World of Warcraft amount of content for $15 a month, yeah, sign me up. I'll never look back.
I agree. I agree. I would pay $5 a month for what we have now, with guaranteed patch changes like 2.6.1 style changes every season. I would pay $5 a month probably.
Yeah,
But World of Warcraft style, I would pay 15
for sure. But
For sure.
again, I don't think the subscription model is something that people are going to latch onto in the future. I just don't. It's just
I
on
agree
its
they're
way
not
out.
going to. They're going to go to the pay to win. But my point is that if you're paying $60 for a AAA title, I don't want to be locked out of getting, let's say, wings. Like, let's say they have some badass wings, right? That are only from loot boxes that you have to buy with real money. And I spent $60 on the game. They better give me a way to earn those wings by playing the game.
But it's just wings. Like, who cares?
But it's fucking, I care. I want those wings. I want the wings. Have you not seen my background?
Dude, that's sick.
If you guys didn't know, Lord Fluffy chooses my background every week. I did not pick this background,
Actually,
but I roll with it.
he didn't have his green screen set this week, and that's usually what's behind him without the green screen. A life-size Magic Mike
This
poster.
is a poster on my wall. It's a life-size poster on
Yeah.
my wall. Oh man. I care about wings. I care about cosmetics. I care about the looks. That's why I think the transmog system is really awesome. I like that you can do that. I wish they would add more cosmetics. I think cosmetics are a way they could make money.
For sure.
As long as they give people a way to earn that stuff in game, if you're paying $60 for the title. If they give the game away for free, I'm all about it. Then charge me for those cosmetics. But if you're paying $60, you better let me earn it. So, let's go to Twitter questions, man. We are out of time.
Right on.
I'll only do a couple of them.
Okay.
So if I don't
Pick
get
the
your
best
question,
ones.
I'm sorry. The best question. Let's see what we have here.
My sound, like someone's DDoSing my sound right now. Like I'm getting spam with my host notification. I don't know why.
How would you feel about double legendary drop weight for weekend events that happen on a monthly or a weekly basis?
I couldn't even hear the question.
I wouldn't. Well, it would still give you double shot at those primals, though.
I don't think anyone in the stream can hear what's going on. It's just spammed. I don't understand. We're getting attacked.
We got DDoS. We'll have to figure that out for next time.
Yeah.
Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. It's so loud, too.
You can catch me on Twitter at ThaPChild, and you can find me on YouTube. Just search for PChild.
Cool. Yep. You guys know where to find me. I can't hear anything. So, man, this stream. Later, dudes.
See you.